girls of grade 5, and welcome to another NGSA past paper review. Today, we will be zooming in on synonyms. So the format of our review for this lesson and the others to come is that we will look at questions related to specific topics via the years that they appeared in the National Grade 6 Assessment past papers. I hope that you're well and you're doing fantastic when it comes to your preparation for those examinations that are upcoming. However, without any delay, let us get into it. So, we are reviewing synonyms, a topic that you are very familiar with. I must remind you that a synonym is a word that is similar in meaning to another word. In our previous lesson on synonyms, we said that they are used to enhance our vocabulary, speech, and writing. However, it is time for us to apply our knowledge. So let's look at 2020. In this particular year, the instruction read, in relation to synonym, choose the most suitable word to replace the underlined word or words in each sentence. Synonyms in the 2020 examination paper appeared at questions 5 to 7. So let's look at these questions. At number 5, they walked into the classroom without permission. The words underlined were walked into. What then can be the synonym of walked into? Our options are entered, enquired, attacked, and attached. I'm sure that my brilliant grade 5 pupils would have chosen entered as the correct answer. Let's go on to number 6. And it reads, the Guyana Amazon Warriors experienced a victory in their match against the St. Lucia Stars. Our word underlined is victory. What would be the synonym of victory? Our options are win, thrill, defeat, and surprise. Definitely, a word that can replace or is similar in meaning to victory would be a win. And number 7 for 2020 read, Hannah looked totally disturbed by the news reported. The word underlined is totally. Our options for a synonym are A, calmly, B, angrily, C, heatedly, and D, completely. Boys and girls, what do you think would be the synonym of totally? If you said D, completely, then you are on the way to excellence. Let's move on. Synonyms then again appeared in the year 2018, and the instruction read, choose the word that means the same as the one underlined in each sentence. These questions appeared at numbers 7 to 9. Let's take a look at number 7. The nurse was very cautious when attending to the elderly patients. The word underlined is cautious. Which word means the same as cautious? Let's look at the options. A, wary, B, polite, C, careful, or D, helpful. definitely the synonym for cautious would be C, careful. Let's go on to number 8 in 2018. The frightened child stood still in the middle of the street as the car approached. The underlined word is middle. Our options of a synonym are A, end, B, side, C, center, and D, above. What can we use to replace middle as a suitable synonym? Boys and girls, if you have chosen C as your answer, then you are correct. So, the synonym of middle would be C, center. Number 9. Pepper pot is a dish that is usually served at Christmas, but can also be served all year round. The word underlined is usually. Our options for a synonym are A, never, B, rarely, C, always, or D, normally. Boys and girls, from our options, which answers are totally out? They're so odd that they can never be the answer. I'm sure you can agree with me that A and B can definitely not be the answers. So we're left with options C and D. The synonym of usually would either be always or normally. But the better option for usually would be normally. Let's move on. 2016. In this year, synonym questions appeared at numbers 4, 5, and 6. The instruction read, choose the word that means the same as the underlined word in each sentence. Number 4. Mr. King's infantile behavior surprised everyone. Our options for a synonym for the underlined word infantile are A, proud, B, violent, C, friendly, or D, childish. Heard the word infantile before? Well, boys and girls, a suitable synonym for infantile would be D, childish. Number 5. Mrs. Jones did not need to verify Cherie's story as she knows her well. The word underlined is verify. Here again, we're looking for a suitable synonym for verify. Let's look at our options. A, deny, B, hide, C, confirm, or D, disprove. Boys and girls, I'm sure you're thinking that the suitable answer would be C, confirm. And if you are definitely correct. Number 6. The timid boy refused to speak to the stranger. Underlined word here is timid. Our options: A, shy, B, quiet, C, brave, or D, playful. The synonym for timid would definitely be A, shy. So let's move on. 2015 also had questions based on synonyms. There were simply 2 of them at numbers 4 and 5. And so the instruction had read, in questions 4 and 5, choose the word that is similar in meaning to the word underlined in each sentence. Firstly, the ferocious dog was barking loudly at the gate. The underlined word, boys and girls, here was ferocious. What is a synonym of ferocious? Well, our options are A, ugly, B, hungry, C, fierce, or D, timid. Definitely, the opposite of ferocious would be timid. But if a dog is ferocious, then it's fierce. So our correct answer would be C, fierce. Let's look at number 5. Andrew was hospitable to the newcomers in the class. We need to find a suitable synonym for hospitable. Our options are A, friendly, B, aggressive, C, hostile, or D, neutral. If Andrew is hospitable, then boys and girls, he is A, friendly. 2012 also had questions based on synonyms at numbers 7 to 9. So let's take a look at them. In questions 7 to 9, choose the word that is similar in meaning to the word in capitals. Here, boys and girls, we were not given an entire sentence, but just one word for us to find a suitable synonym. At number 7, the word was apex. Now, I'm sure you might have met this word when you are looking at parts of a leaf. But let's focus on English. A, bottom, B, side, C, top, and D, middle are our options for a suitable synonym. What then are you thinking might be the correct answer? Definitely, the synonym of apex would be C, top. Number 8, inaccurate is the given word in capitals. We need to find a synonym from these options. A, correct, B, wrong, C, known, or D, detailed. If someone is inaccurate, or if your answer is inaccurate, then more than likely it is B, wrong. Let's move on. Number 9, the word in capitals is refuse. Options: A, angry, B, deny, C, accept, or D, ask. Boys and girls, the synonym of refuse is B, deny. In the year 2011, there were also questions on this same topic. The instruction had read, choose the word that is similar in meaning to the underlined word in each sentence. We found questions on synonyms at numbers 6 to 8. Number 6, in my village, pineapples are abundant. The underlined word is abundant. Let's look for the synonym among these options. A, scarce, B, plentiful, C, juicy, or D, rare. Boys and girls, I'm sure that you're thinking, that if the pineapples are in abundance or they are abundant, then they are plentiful. So the correct answer would be B, plentiful. Number 7. It is quite natural for someone to shudder when walking in the rain. We're looking for a synonym for the underlined word shudder. I hope that after you have learned the synonym of this word, you will be able to use it in your composition writing. Let's look at the options. A, faint. B, tremble. C, stumble. Or D, collapse. Boys and girls of grade 5, the synonym for shudder would be B, tremble. Let's take a look at number 8. He made a profit of $100. Profit is the underlined word. Our options for a synonym are A, margin, B, loss, C, bargain, or D, gain. If you make a profit, then what have you made? I'm sure you're thinking along the lines of D, gain. And if you are, you're definitely correct. Let's look at the year 2010. The instruction in this year on synonyms would have read, in questions 4 to 6, choose the word that has the same meaning as the word underlined in each sentence. Number 4, John was surprised when he won the lottery. The underlined word, surprised. Our options, A, amused, B, amazed, C, happy, or D, sorry. Boys and girls, the correct answer would be B, amazed, as a suitable synonym for the word surprised. Number 5, the guest speaker advised the members of the team to strive for unity. Unity is the underlined word. Options, A, harmony, B, happiness, C, discord, or D, friendship. What are you thinking might be the correct answer? Definitely, A, harmony is the synonym of unity. Number 6, we put the weak baby to lie near to its mother. The underlined word in this sentence is weak. The options are A, strong, B, little, C, feeble, or D, tiny. Boys and girls, what word might we use to replace weak? Yes, we can use C, feeble. In 2009, there were also questions on synonyms. Let's take a look at them. In questions 7 and 8, choose the word that has the same meaning as the word underlined. Number 7, the children fled when they saw the alligator. The word underlined is fled. We are again looking for a synonym. Let's look at the options. A, ran, B, stood, C, stared, D, gasped. Boys and girls, what would you do if you saw an alligator? definitely, you would run. So the correct answer for a synonym of fled would be A, ran. Number 8, our teacher is a generous person. The word underlined is generous. Our options are A, stern, B, cruel, C, mean, or D, kind. Yes, the synonym of generous would be D, kind. Boys and girls, that brings us to the end of a few questions that appeared on past papers on synonyms. Before we go, let's look at the study tip for today. You must, when completing your multiple choice questions, eliminate wrong answers. This is done by using the elimination method. If you remember, earlier in the lesson, I made use of this method. But let me tell you a little more about it. You must eliminate answer options which you're 100% sure are incorrect before selecting the answer you believe is correct. Even when you believe you know the right answer, first, eliminating those answers you know are incorrect will ensure your answer choice is the correct choice. In using the process of elimination, cross out all the answers you know are incorrect, then focus on the remaining answers. Not only does this strategy save time, it greatly increases your likelihood of selecting the correct answer. So pupils, I hope we were able to note the structure of questions and possible answers for examination questions on synonyms. Be sure to rewatch the videos done on synonyms to bring clarity to this concept. Please continue to be diligent and work feverishly to apply good study habits and turns. Do remember that William Arthur Ward said, "Study while others are sleeping. Work while others are loafing. Prepare while others are playing. And dream while others are wishing." It is at this time I'll say goodbye until we meet again.